Hi, this is Freedom 1900, and this episode is about how I got approved for my vertical sleeve VSG. So, the first thing you have to do is, well, the first thing I did, and this is just what I did and how it happened for me. First thing I did was years ago, I tried to lose weight. My doctor gave me appetite suppressants, and I worked out, had vitamins. I lost a little weight, not a lot. Then I also went to a nutritionist and a specialist for weight loss. I lost 70 pounds, and yes, I gained it back within the same year and more. So then I got a new doctor, and we worked on losing weight and other things that was hindering me from exercising. So finally I said, you know what? I want to do weight loss surgery. And he said, okay. So first things first, I had to see what my insurance approved. So what you want to do is get your insurance card, and then on the back, it has an 800 number, and you call it and you ask them, what is the criteria for weight loss surgery? And for mine, you had to be, I think, 40%. Your BMI had to be 40%. So 40 and above. Mine was 56. Yeah. And you had to have something that was hindering you from losing weight. I had sleep apnea, and I also had arthritis in both my knees, which I had prescriptions for to help me walk at times. And also I would get migraines. Those are just some of the things that, and that was from not eating healthy all of the time. So once that was found out that, those are the things that, I qualified for, I went to like I said, to my doctor, and I found a program, which was in Indiana, and they had workshops. So I Googled and looked up when the first workshop was, went to the workshop, and they basically gave you all this information about vertical sleeve, about gastric bypass, and which one you would be more apt to get approved for. And then they also had a third program where you can go through everything like you were going to get the surgery, but you didn't have to. And then that's when they had you fill out papers to see how much your insurance would pay, or if your insurance would approve from their program. My program was called Healthy for Life, and it's the number 4 in the middle, not FOR. So Healthy, number 4 in life. They also have a Facebook page, and Facebook page has all the workshops that's coming up and little tips to help you, recipes and little videos, things like that. And also, once I decided that I was going to do it, I still hadn't gotten approved yet. I started going through the program. I wasn't required to lose a percentage of weight. They just wanted to see me lose weight. I started at 300, and with their records, it was 325. But when I started, which I knew I was going to do it, I started at 339. Excuse me. I started at 339. So I cut out sugar. I cut off coffee, no coffee, carbs, no bread. And I just did like a little at a time. I started January before I got the surgery, and each few months I cut off another thing. Hold on. I cut off a new thing. So once you say you're going to start the program, they start setting you up with all these doctors, because number one, insurance is not going to spend all this money on you to get this surgery, and then you have other problems. So they want to make sure you're in well health before they even approve you for the in particular surgery. So I had to do the sleep test, and that's where it was discovered. Well, we all knew it was discovered that I had sleep apnea, and I had to get, for women, I had to get the mammogram. I had to get, pap smear. Sorry, guys. Pap smear. All those things done. EKGs. I had thyroid issues, and it was hereditary. So I had to get my thyroid removed before I can even have the surgery. So even when I don't even think, was I approved yet? Yeah, I was approved, but I had to get that done first, and I had to get a sampling, and then I had to get it removed, and I had to recover from that. But it didn't stop my date. By the time the surgery came around, I had my date. So the doctor said that's not gonna stop, and you're still gonna, get the surgery. So don't worry about that, because that was my main concern. I wanted the surgery to get started. So once you say you're going to start the program, whether you're going to do the surgery or not or whatever, they're going to give you this binder. And it has, every time I went to whatever doctor, they give you this big write-up. And each one of these tabs is a specific doctor. As you can see, this says tests, nutrition, health. I had an exercise physiologist that, basically showed me how to exercise, my body percentage in fat, water, bone, muscle. It's very disturbing to know that 56% of your body is fat. You're over half fat. So I had to change that. And they gave me so many tests that I even got smart with one of the doctors. And I said, is there any other test you can give me? I mean, can you pull one out? And yeah, they did. I had more tests, more blood tests. And with that with my program, came a 3-month free subscription to this gym. And the gym's nice. It had sauna, steam, 2 pools, a very nice gym, an indoor track, everything that came with the program for 3 months. And then after that, I got a discounted rate. Let me see if I can pull. For those who live in Indiana, it was community hospital that I went to. And here's one of the cards. I'm going to pull it out. So there's the card, Healthy for Life. And you can, Google that and get all that information. I really don't want to give the actual doctors, because some of these were, all over the place. But what you got, let me see, anything too personal in here. I'll show this part. Okay, so like with this visit, this is every visit, you got one of these, and it's basically the breakdown of your vital signs, your weight. You got weighed every time, and everything else that's on there. You got that. And then, of course, this is my doctor, and this is the information. And on the other side is just my labs, when I'm supposed to take my labs. And then it also would have at the bottom your next date. But also with that came an app for this hospital. It's called My Chart, and you just download the app, and you can communicate with your doctors through that way. Your appointments, your test results, and everything is on there. What medicines you take, everything. And if you had a question, you could just email them through that app, and they were very good at replying and giving me my answer. So what else is in here? Scheduling, follow-up stuff. what I'm to do for the next visit, any medicines that I was taking, instructions. Here are some instructions I had from one of the doctors. Basically, you know, to eat right, all of those things, water, and what I should do before a meal, after meal, so that you can get used to not eating with your meal. You know, drink water 30 minutes before and then have your meal. And this went on from, my first visit was July 5th of 2018. And my surgery was March 3rd of 2019. Yeah. It would have been sooner than that, but like I said, I had to have the thyroid surgery. So that kind of postponed it a little bit, but my date was way back anyway, because I wanted to make sure I had it during what was convenient for me, basically. And you got your dietitian evaluations. Let me see where was, and this right here, which is also online. That was the calendar events. So you had different places to go to the different workshops. And some programs, they require you to go to at least 3 workshops out of the whole thing, or 1 workshop a month. So, you know, just to see if you're serious. Because like I said, they don't want to spend all that time and money on you and you not do what you're supposed to do. And you end up right back at the same place. So they had my, what I started with. And I don't even know. I haven't had my measurements done again. So, but this is the first day. Yeah, I'm 50. Yeah, I'm 52 now. So that's 50 and 5'7". That was my weight when I started with them. And these are all my measurements, my blood pressure, pulse, and all that stuff. My lean body mass, there it is, 51%. And I think that's it. And I kept stuff like my doctors that operated on me. I kept their information. Lists like things you had to start not using, all the medications. But you can get that list online too. And, oh, for women, you're going to have a vitamin D deficiency unless you live in the southern states. I live in Midwest. We don't get a lot of sun. So I was deficient in vitamin D. So I had to start taking that. And I still do. And actually I have my kids taking it too, because, you know, they're, you know, living in the Midwest. So they're deficient in it as well as I am, of course. And here's a, well, I don't know if you can read. I had got a breakdown of what I could have and what I couldn't have as far as carbs and things like that. So that's this. This is my nutritionist. And let's see. Previous appointment, I had lost 8 pounds, but down here, my fitness app and everything. And this was my goals, daily goals. No more than 1,600 calories, only 62 grams of fat, only 140 grams of carbs, and 120 grams of protein I had to get in. And I had to follow up 2 times a month with them. You know, so, yeah, and that was in September. And I had got down to 317 pounds. I'm 5'7", and as of today, I weigh 211 pounds. So what is that, like 121? Over 120 pounds. So I've lost a person so far. And I can't remember I don't have it, but I did have my body percentage in here somewhere, but they gave it to me like on a little like register tape. Who knows where that is? So that is how, once I got through all of that, and I passed all of my tests as far as blood work and medical stuff and everything, they fill out the papers to send to your insurance company. And guys, you got to keep on the insurance company, because once they fill it out and send it to them, then it's up to the insurance company. I hadn't even got approved after, I think they said it would take 3 weeks. After 4 weeks, I still hadn't got approved. So I called the insurance company myself and asked them, and they were like, oh, we're just looking through it, whatever. The next day, my doctor calls me and tells me I'm approved. I'm just going to leave that right there. And so that's why I say keep up with your insurance company. And if you don't get approved the first time, keep going. Do it again. Try it again. That's what I would say. Because if it's something that you really want, really try it. If your insurance doesn't cover it, I'm sure there are other avenues that you can go on. I did get on some Facebook groups that really helped me a lot. You could just Google VSG groups, sleeved groups, anything like that. I don't want to say what groups I'm in because I don't know what their criteria is with that. So those are the things that I did to get approved. And, that was it. If you want to know, like, what happened the day before surgery, the weeks before surgery, or after surgery, just inbox me or leave a comment down below. Like, comment, and subscribe. And that's really it, how I got approved for VSG. So thanks, and I'll talk to you later. Bye for now.